Hello, hello. Welcome back, if you've even ever been here before. I'm gonna put my sunglasses on because although it's quite cloudy, the light is refracting, I think that's the word, all over the place. And it's just really quite bright, and staring into the camera and out of my balcony at the same time only enhances my aging game. Yeah, so today I am going to be planting or potting some seeds in these slightly bigger tubs because I'm actually going to be planting some sunflower seeds. I heard they can get up to like 3 meters tall, and ideally what we want on this balcony is height and not spread. So I'm not sure if you saw the last video, but yeah, I spent a considerable amount of time creating a bed for a large watermelon it's just going to take over the whole balcony probably, but here we are, we learn and we grow, literally. Yeah, I was struggling with that to come out there. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to plant 6 of them and, see which one wins. I'll only be keeping the top 2 performers, and the other ones, even if they grow well, I can give them to my friends to give to their kids, and it might be like a nice little project for them that Auntie Katie gave them. Just desperate for kids to love me. Yeah, so I'm gonna these are giant single sunflowers, and I got, once again, these are from Bunnings, Mr. Fothergill's. I like that, it's just a nice little friendly face on the packet. Just seems like Uncle Fothergill. It says fast growing with giant single head. And yeah, they can grow up to like 3 meters tall. Not sure how tall that is in comparison to my balcony, but we're just giving it a go and trying our best. I'm going to be planting some other things as well, some other little seedlings, and just see how they go as well. There's going to be Thai basil, which I've planted before, but they just don't seem to be playing game. And then we've got ruby red basil to add a little bit of colour to the balcony. And it says attracts pollinators, and we like to have friends here on the balcony. We've got some mint. That'll be nice to make some mint tea, but I heard that they spread and breed like a motherfucker, so we'll have to keep an eye on that, although we just got pots. Yeah, just containers, so it's not like it's going to spread over some soil or anything. What else have we got? Honeybee yellow tomatoes. They look cute. Some standard basil, which I've got some growing over there. I think I showed you before as well. And also some more Carolina Reapers. I'd just love to be able to say I grew some Carolina Reapers. Say harvest time is 11 to 13 weeks, but we'll see about that. Once again, I am dripping with sweat, which is just, it's normal here in the NT. So if you see me fighting for my life, please ignore. The glasses are going on now so I can concentrate. Nope, they need a bit of a clean. Just rubbing them on my pants here. No, they need a better clean than that. I don't feel like I touch my glasses at all, but they seem to just always be filthy. I only got these for like $10 from a corner shop anyway. Because if I buy expensive ones, I'll lose them that same week. So I really wanted to grow some sunflowers because I just think they're lovely. When I was younger, back in the UK, there was a TV show called Blue Peter, and each summer they encouraged all the kids that watched it to plant a sunflower seed and let it grow. I didn't come from an area in Leeds that like had great big outdoor spaces. We didn't have a big garden. We had some stuff that my mum and dad had like planted and stuff, but we didn't really have the opportunity to have a garden. None of us did really, so we just grew up on the streets. The only kind of foliage around was like weeds and the occasional fern and trees and stuff. But I think that's why I'm really leaning into it in my adult life. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. So, did you know that young sunflowers like track the sun with their heads? So at one point of the day, the head will be facing that way if the sun's risen that way, and then they'll just go like that and follow the sun right round till it sets or goes out of view. And once they're fully matured, they actually stop doing that. So there's loads of types of sunflowers from what I've just randomly quickly researched. You can get like red ones, orange ones, dwarf ones that flower a lot quicker. They're kind of fluffy. I think there's like a type called teddy bear or something. And that seems kind of cute. But no, we go hard or we go home on the balcony. So we're going for the big one. And their roots grow quite deep and wide. So I don't know, we're gonna have to deal with that when we cross that bridge, when we get there, and just see what we can do, see what we can make. So I'm just gonna start by scooping some of the Osmocote that I got from Bunnings the other day. This is the tomato and herb one. This seems to be like the best one for like all types. So yeah, I'm putting them into these bigger pots so they can just grab more nutrients because they grow quite quick from what I've read. And they like suck up all the nutrients because of the speed of which they grow. And yeah. All my other little seedlings go in the tiny little like 10 centimetre ones or whatever they are, but these bad boys are gonna get the VIP treatment, get their own penthouse apartment. And just trying to be quite liberal with the soil. Try not to make a mess as well. Keep it all within the bag and with my trusty electrician's gloves on. That's 4. Five. Ugh. And the last bit, just squash that in from there. 6. I was emptying one of these pots the other day from a plant that didn't make it. And I was emptying it into some other soil. And this thing, it was massive. I've never seen anything worm-like, so big and fat, and it had this big orange face, and I felt really bad for it because I've just disturbed its peace, but it was also so repulsive. It's like, creatures don't really bother me or anything, but that was just, ugh. It was really gross. I got a video of it, and I put it on like my Instagram story to ask what it was, and a lot of people just said like it was the worm, not the worm, whatever it was like a Christmas beetle. And I think Christmas beetles are gorgeous. I don't want them near or on me, but I think they're just so beautifully coloured. A scarab beetle. I don't know, educate me, let me know. I'm trying to just learn stuff, so be kind. This is my first anything. Right, so here we go. They said 75 seeds in the packet. All right, and flowering time is in 12 weeks. So we're in the tropics, guide to sowing. You can sow it all year round. I was gonna sow it regardless. I get all my seeds, oh my God, they're just loose. There's no other little packet there. I suppose they are big and you can't really miss them. So I've just tipped a few out onto my notepad here. Not really sure which way to plant them. Give me a second, let's ask. What way to plant the sunflower seed? Pointy end down. General rule for seed sowing, plant 2 or 3 times as deep as the height of the seed. All right, so pointy end down. Ah, this is gonna be dead easy. No thought. I got this professional stabber to help me with it. So yeah, I always just get my seeds from Bunnings. I've not done much exploration online about what I can get. I just feel like if it's available at Bunnings in Northern Territory, then it must be growable up here. Now I've got my glasses on, I can't see what you guys see, so just bear with me. I'm just going to be talking into the camera. So just straight in. I might put my gloves on actually. Oh, bloody hell no. Right. So just straight in like that, pointy end down. Good luck. Of course the pointy end didn't go down. Push that in a bit further, just loosely cover it, and then we'll just go on and on like this. Pointy end down, cover it up. Right, I'm gonna just force this one in that way. Pointy end down. That was more of a success. Okay, don't overthink it, just do it. Pointy end down, loose cover. I should try and eat these. I know people chew on them. I really wanted to grow sunflower seeds since I've got the gardening itch. Unfortunately, a couple of years ago, an auntie of mine passed away, and I didn't know that sunflowers were her favourite flowers. But now I do, and every time I see a sunflower now, I think of her. So whichever one is staying is going to be named Sarah, in memory of my lovely Auntie Sarah. So that's done. There's no more to it. I'm gonna pop these over there, and I'm gonna video me watering them down later, but they're here, they're ready, they're good to go. It was much simpler than what I thought it would be. Now, what's next? Okay, so I'll pop the remaining seeds back in here, and it'll go back in my little seed library, which I keep inside. Got a really nice little collection going on now. I've not been successful with all of them, but it's all trial and error, and I'm really enjoying leaning into this stage of my life. So I've got the 55mm seedling pots. Once again, got them from Bunnings in Darwin, and I saw on a YouTube video that someone was saying, like, put them all in these trays and stuff and water from the bottom so the roots soak up only what they need. Now, I'm new to all this, but it sounded counterintuitive, and then I asked my dad, who's got a real green thumb. His house it's just so cute. It's just full of plants everywhere. It's, like propagating them. I've definitely got this from him, I think. But here we are, struggling with the irritating plastic. Oh my God, just get off. That was annoying. Oh, and these don't want to come apart either. So I'm just going to separate all of these out, line them up on this tray. And like I've done with the other trays that you might have seen before, I've just put them all together and hoped for the best. chaos gardening, I think somebody referred to it as. And yeah, I really want the like the ruby red basil to grow, just for like a splash of colour. And holy basil, I've just heard great things about it. Thai basil, holy basil. I'm not sure if this is the correct basil, but like you can make this like healing tincture from it. I'll have to do a bit more research into that, but I'm all about that stuff, trying to be as natural as possible and create a little world where you don't rely on heavy medicines and stuff like that. But we'll just try and grow the stuff first, shall we? Yeah, where's the soil? Here's the soil. Not enough in that one, so I'll just grab another from down here. Here's the other one I had. And I have another full one in the basket.
1, 2, 3. I'm shoving dirt in this tiny cup. Roots screaming, buddy, you made that up. I Google plant care like once, then quit. If it grows at all, I'm claiming it. I don't know what I'm doing. Not at all. Just vibes, no plan. Potting soil. If this thing survives my love and spite, guess we're both just winging life.
Because although I may be filming it, I would really like people to teach me. Because how do you learn otherwise? I think with every gardener or beginning gardener, they have these visions and dreams of having like a little homestead or a small holding. I grew up watching River Cottage with Hugh Fearnley-Whittingstall. If you're British, you'll know about that. If you're British and my age, you'll know about that. Your mum and dad probably watched it. I don't know when it was, like on a Sunday or something. And it was just this really cute introduction to like alternate living. I didn't really appreciate it at the time now, but I wish I'd have paid more attention to it. I might watch some of his stuff again, but he was a great guy. He'd be somebody I'd like to learn from. Hugh, if you're out there, educate me. Oh, let's get my hair. Okay, so they're all pretty decently full. I'm not gonna compact them too much because I did that with my other ones and I feel like that might have like, I don't know, prevented some of the seedlings from growing or something, like strangled the roots. Yeah. So, first things first. Oh, I've got these scribblers or dibbers or, I don't know, just name things. So they've all got other names on them, like the chives, coriander, cherry falls, coriander, basil. Okay, I'll keep that. I'll just have to write on the other ones, cayenne, habanero, coriander. I'll just write on the back of them. I'll know which ones are which anyway. So, I'll do these little yellow cherry tomatoes. So I'm just gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Compact it down just a little bit so it doesn't all fly away in the breeze because it's supposed to rain. In fact, I can see it raining over there. I'll turn the camera around in a bit and show you what we can see from the balcony because it's quite spectacular. You can just see as far as the horizon up here. There's no like hills. There's some buildings in the way, but you can see like on one side can be like pissing it down with rain and then it's glorious heavenly sunshine on the other side and you just see it sweep across from this balcony. I've never been interested in clouds, weather, the changes of seasons, never before like I lived in Darwin. It's truly like, I think it's a very spectacular place up here and a lot of people miss it out when they come to Australia and I think that's a shame. However, it's sort of like not as glorified up here. I feel like this is the real Australia. Like Northern Territory and Western Australia, I feel like are the absolute like salt of the earth Aussies, and like real Australia, outback adventure, dirt patches, deadly animals. You get them all over Australia, but like, I don't know, there's something about Darwin and the Northern Territory that feels like the final frontier. It's just totally different up here. And if you ever get the opportunity to come up here, do some of the outback stuff, go to the national parks. You know, the city's fine and that, there's lots to do here, but you want to come here for like the spectacular beauty of the Northern Territory. And trust me, like I've lived here like 8 years on and off, and then there really is nowhere like it. All right, seeds. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I didn't plan this out. All right, just one. Oh, it's stuck in my nail. 1, 2, 1, 2. These seeds seem a little bit hairy. I know that sounds a bit odd. What I did with these ones, the honeybees, I've got a pot down there that I don't know what to do with, and it's massive. So I just sprinkled a cup of it into the top layer and then just went over it with this. It's quite a deep pot. We'll just see what happens. Like with everything on this balcony, it's see what grows. All right, so that's the tomato honeybee. I'm just gonna do a little stabby. Go home. This is where you live now. Move that one away from the edge. And then just lightly, loosely cover them so they're not absolutely like struggling to get out of the soil. Make it just agitate the soil a little bit at the top so it's got like some wiggle room, some breathing space. And I'm gonna water everything deeply so it all sets into place. But I don't want to crush them down so they're struggling to break out. Tap, 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 tap a root. Right, next we're gonna go in with the mint. This is one that Antonio wanted, so let's hope that this one grows. Yeah. Sowing times, where am I? I'm in the tropics. Guide to sowing times. Awesome. Like I say, I would have sowed them anyway. Spearmint. Make some mint tea, some tzatziki. Oh, crap. I nearly didn't say that it's my honeybee. Right, let's just write it on here, just with a normal HB pen, pencil. Honey bee. That is who you are, and I'll come up with a human name for you if you perform. And the mint. I don't even know how we're supposed to sow these, you know. Like, are you supposed to put like quite a few in at the same time? Let's have a look. Maybe it would be worthwhile reading. Gently press the fine seeds into the soil surface. I should have read maybe this one too. Start seeds early indoors or direct sow when it's dangerous for there's no frost here, babe. Who knows? I bet there's some like hardcore gardening people out there that are just absolutely mortified with the way I go about this. These haven't even left my hand. These are absolutely tiny. Oh my goodness. I don't think I really need to cover them with anything. So the camera keeps going off and I'm not sure why. I've changed the position so it's not directly in front of the sun because it could be the heat. but I really hope that you stay on now. It's got like 70% battery, so you can't really see my face, but I'm gonna let you like see what I'm doing here. Yeah, so spearmint seeds have just gone in there. They're absolutely invisible, so I don't know if it's worth me like pressing anything in or agitating the top layer of the soil. I don't want to push them in too much. But yeah, spearmint. I'll just give the top a little like squidgy fluff around, just so, I don't know, they're settled and that. Off you go into a better life. Okay. So, mint. Mint. Right, ruby red basil. I really, really want this one to work for the colour aspect. I don't even know what to cook with ruby red basil, but I guess we'll find out closer to the time. Right, ruby red basil. Shit, where did I put the other little packet? Oh, it's over there. You're just getting a pepper in, just like the mint did. I don't know, am I putting too many in? It doesn't seem like I am. And when I've looked at little videos online, people just go like nuts with a lot of seeds. They're just like, oh yeah, just put them in and hope for the best. We've got a bit of a storm on the way in. Looks pretty good. I'm going to turn you around and have a look at the storm and see what I see. It's coming from that direction. Like I said before, it can be beautiful sunshine over there, and then you just pan round and it's da-da-da. Sometimes I've seen it just like pitch black over here and glorious sunshine over there. Doesn't look too intimidating though, not that ominous. Hiya. Okay, so agitating the top layer again, just getting some shit stuff. I can see these a bit better, so I'm just kind of like pumping these ones down a little bit. You're in your new home. This is where you live. I think that's from Happy Gilmore. Why won't you go in your home? Red basil. Yep. Okay. Back in the packet. Don't think that rain's going to come over here. I think it's just going to pass straight on that side, on the other side of the buildings. Okay, right now we're going to do some more carrot. Look, I actually think I'm going to have a bit more room to play with some more seeds. I'm going to put Carolina Reapers down here actually because I don't know, I feel like they're going to bully the rest of my seeds, and the rest of the seeds are quite delicate. That's just what I think. Okay. No, I'll put the normal basil here to break up them, and then I'm gonna do more ruby red basil. I'm so sorry, welcome to my mind. It's a confusing place for me too. Just put them in and forget about them. Yeah, at my dad's, when you walk in there, it actually feels like a greenhouse as well. It's just got that plant smell. And His living room's pretty much all taken up by all these plants that he started fostering and all the clippings and that. It's so cute. Whenever I'm on FaceTime to him, he's always like, oh yeah, come and look at my plants, look at what I propagated, look at this one, I got this one from a house, and then my neighbour gave me this one and it was about to die, but now it's alive. And yeah, he's grown, he like started little lemon trees in north of England as well. So he started like little lemon trees. If this happens again with the camera, I'm just gonna go inside and cry because I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying my best to make some content for absolutely no one. So I recently found out that America has like gardening zones. And I was looking for the one that's like closest to the Northern Territory so I could maybe tune into some gardeners there. I'm just putting this one in this so I know that them two are red basil. Yeah, so the closest one to the Darwin climate is like 12B or something. If I've got that incorrect, please let me know. But I just found that's quite fascinating. So gardeners can like help each other and stuff from different areas around America. If Australia's got something similar, please let me know. I know that we've got like the arid, the tropics, and like the slightly cooler zones, but I don't know if they're like numbered or anything. All right, I'm going in with normal basil. Good old sweet basil from Country Value. I've even written on it, sweet basil. I was so proactive when I first started. I tried to get everything correct and perfect. Absolutely tiny little seeds that I will not be able to distinguish from. The sweet basil in here, so now I'm just going to prod them in. What I was doing before, which I think was quite a mistake, is actually planting them and stuffing them really far down, and they just weren't appreciating that. Oh yeah, what I was saying before, why is it at a certain age you develop like one of 4 hobbies? Gardening, running, I can't think of the other one, bird watching, or like extreme sports like ultra marathons kind of thing, because it's not just me it's happened to. A couple of my friends, I see their interests have changed over time. Is it midlife crisis season? Who knows? So this one, we'll just put sweet basil. Sweet as. That's going, oh no, it says chives that side. My chives have done nothing, absolutely nothing. Is it the weather? Is it me? I've got a feeling it's me. So right, I'm gonna do 2 Thai basils because this is the one, well, I want all of my basils to grow, but this is the one that's supposed to have the really healthy healing properties. Once again, Mr. Fothergill's, and that's just from Bunnings. If you know of any other like seed companies, please let me know. I do a little bit of looking online myself, but I don't know what I'm talking about ever. I don't know what's good quality, what's not good quality. Please help a sister out. We've got one of them little microflies in here. The winds have started with that storm I was just showing you. And I've got Antonio stood on the balcony guarding the camera, being my director. So just stabbing them in really loosely. If some don't get covered, that's fine. That goes back in the packet. I'll show you a selection of my seeds. I've got at least 50 to 60 packets now. Some of them are growing brilliantly. The tomatoes always seem to do well. And I know it's the good climate up here, but the tomatoes seem to do well. Chilies seem to start off well and then die a death. What was that one? That was Thai basil. So it just goes Thai. And then that goes down here. Right, last but definitely not least, the Reaper. And if these grow all right, my friends will be getting seedling presents again too. Oh, that wind's right picked up now and it is raining over here. The weather can just go like that in Darwin. Glorious sunshine 1 minute and then you have a storm cell that sweeps through and just fucks everything up. I think it's really refreshing though, because like right now it was so hot before, like when I was sweating, but right now there's just a bit of coolness in the air, and you can smell the rain as well. The last few mornings have been quite fresh and everybody was falsely lured into believing, oh, the dry season's here. And then you get all excited and make plans and then God laughs at your plans. Oh, I've just lost a seed. Oh well. I've just lost another seed. What's going on? I'm gonna get these in before the rain and the wind gets any worse. So I'll just throw a tantrum if I lose any more seeds. So 2 in each, and only the strongest survive. And they keep getting caught under my ridiculous, I found the seed. There we go. So I'll stab these in a little bit further than I did with the basil seeds. No messing around, they're just going in. I spend too much time worrying if they're all right or not, and they don't spend any time worrying about me, so here we are. Now they're at their home and they're all covered and they're all happy. This is where you live now. Just pat it down a little bit. Right, and then I'll pop Reaper. Reapers are going in there. So we've got Reaper, Thai, sweet basil, red basil, mint, and honeybee. There's also some honeybee tomatoes planted in the little chaos patch down there. There's no point me showing you it because I'll just be showing you dirt. But yeah, these are gonna get a good watering to settle in from my little Nelly the elephant, and I'll film watering the sunflowers too in their bigger pots. And then not expected to see like a seed for about, like a little sproutling or a seedling for about a week with them. And like I say, only the strongest survive. Any that are growing really well, but that aren't my best, I'm gonna give to my friends to give to their kids to possibly put in the garden for dry season, little project for them. Like I say, I'm just so desperate of children's love that I'll do anything for them. Ah, fuck, I've just fucked that up. Right. But yeah, here are the finished plants. And as you can see, it doesn't take that long at all. And the reward and the payback can be fantastic. Or it can be heartbreaking. It's been mostly heartbreaking. So these are gonna go down there and they're gonna get good water. Now it is gonna rain, but that's all right. I still need to put Nelly to her use. Not a lot to soak them, just to settle them in. And I go quite lightly, so I don't go too hard on these ones. And I'm just gonna give a dash of water to my other plants. I know it's gonna rain, but sometimes some get soaked and sometimes some get missed. So the seeds, whatever that is. I'm not watering my aubergine. I'm gonna move it out the way of any rain because I'm gonna spend a bit of time later trying to breed them. but everything else can get just a nice little sprinkle before the rain comes.